right. Live chats. Here we go. Got one person in already. All right, get away. Email. Waiting on a couple more. How is audio? Hopefully we're good to go. Got it cranked up there. So 2 people coming in. What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. All right, we got 5 and 3. Already got 3 thumbs up. What's up? I think I might be stepping on Speed Addict 731. I think is still actually live right now, so I might be stepping all over his shoes. Don't mean to steal his thunder, so if you come in, I'm sorry. Wow, everybody's uploading to YouTube right now. Where's the Jeep? The Jeep is out there in the garage, or outside. It doesn't belong in the garage. You can see this right back here. We're going to talk about that a little bit. But things have been busy. But what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another live stream, I guess. And yeah, I'm bored. So we're just going to chit-chat a little bit, talk to you guys a little bit about where the Mustang is, some stuff that's going on, the plan over the next little while. Trade the Jeep for the SCAT. Yeah. Hey, that was a good video. We're going to touch on a little bit of that. That video, like, I know it's not a Mustang, but it got like no attention. That video is like dead from the get-go, but I put like 4 hours of editing. It was pretty sweet. So if you haven't go seen the last upload, whatever, I can't speak, go check it out. But yeah, the Jeep's out there. It's got a check engine light. Go figure. It is really hot. I've got the fan like blowing on me in the garage. But this thing behind me, this is Jeremy's car. I know we've got some people coming in, so we're just going to, I guess, dibble-dabble, talk a little bit about the Terminal Veteran. What's up, man? Yeah, the SCAT was good stuff. That was, I felt like it was a pretty good edit. I mean, I put some time into it. The thing is with those videos, what is your car's new name? We're going to talk about that too. What is the project's new name? Because, let's be honest, Challenger, or the Challenger. I've got this Mopar thing in my head. Those things come pre-installed with CELs, yeah. The not Challenger, the Mustang, has a new name. Carnage is dead. So, yeah, the whole project, it was an NA build, you guys know, is designed to I guess, to target just my personal needs and wants out of that vehicle. But then after 3 accidents, you know, now we have a new daily. And we still have some more videos of that thing coming up too. Just, you know, fixing a couple of things because it's an old, you know, 15-year-old Jeep. So it needs a little bit of love. But Carnage no more. Now what we are going, I'm going to spill some of it. Those of you guys that are live, I don't know if I'm going to keep this live up. Like, I don't know if I'm going to delete it later on. Because there's going to be a couple of spoilers that we're going to release in this live stream. So if you want to, I would appreciate it if you give the video or this live stream a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. It is late. What is today? Is it Wednesday? I don't know what day it is. Things have been so busy. Yeah. So the SCAT Pack, before we get into everything, that SCAT Pack video it's pretty cool. The dealership, like what they saw on the channel, they actually reached out to me and was like, hey, look, would you like to do some paid videos, some promotional stuff? And it's really cool because it allows me to go up there and drive. Now, this dealership, to give you a little bit of a backstory, they typically get a bunch of really neat things that I guess normal dealerships, used car dealerships, whatever, well, they sell new stuff too, don't normally get. Like, they have like Porsches and not necessarily like Ferraris and stuff like that, but some high-end vehicles. And I've been invited to go film and give my honest reviews. I still maintain ownership of that content. It is Wednesday, thank you. I get to hold on to that content, but they are paying me a little bit. Like that last video, they paid me like $100, which is, it's cool because the good thing about that is, you know, when the video is live for like 48 hours and it only does like 1,500 views, I mean, that's a dead video. So, but that's time out of it's time away from doing regular Mustang content, if that makes sense. But it's cool because they have Mustangs and stuff like that too. Big stuff coming up, and I'm not going to soak the channel with a bunch of like dealerships, stuff like that. But it's neat to be able to go and test drive this or that or whatever. So big things coming up, but it's going to be able to put me in a position where things are going to expand. We're going to have a lot of content coming up. Dude, I've drive cars like that for free. That's a nice deal you got. Yeah, it's pretty sweet, and it's pretty neat. You know, they get that. So we did the 2011 GT500 video, excuse me, for them, and that was their freebie. The what does that say? Okay, I'm losing my train of thought. Okay, so that car, that 2011 GT500, was a fun review, and just like the SCAT Pack, I had never driven one like that. So it put me in the driver's seat, got to do a fun video, everybody enjoyed it. They got some publicity, and I got to make content, so it's pretty cool. But from one vet to another, thank you so much. What's up, brother? Dig the channel. I appreciate that. Yeah. Big things. All of my fellow veterans out there, thank you so much. Whether you're a veteran, current, you know, whether you're active military, or maybe you're a little bit younger and you want to join, maybe that's something you really are dreaming about, like I did when I was like 4 years old. But yes, thank you so much for your service. I gave the Army, I played Army for about 14 years. A lot of you guys know that, but as a 13 Fox. Anyway, so, but yeah, thank you. Don't thank me. Thank everybody that's still serving. I did my time. I played Army for a little while, and then got hurt, got out, and then now I'm having fun with cars, trying to live, I guess, my passion, and then share it with everybody that's watching. But the 38, I think we got 38 people in here, so I'm still playing. Yeah. So be safe if you're still playing that game. The thing, I'm kind of glad that I got out when I did, though. All the new PC stuff, and we're not going to get into that. Things are different now than when they were way back when. Been a Mopar guy for a while, but just picked up a Ford and like the way it drives. Yes. What kind of Ford did you buy, though? Is it a Mustang? What is it? They're paying and enjoying variety of content for the channel. Yeah, it's really good for them because I'm retiring next year. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad that you are, because I wasn't able to do that. I was going to do the full 20, and I made it to about a little over 14 years and had some surgeries that went wrong, all combat-related stuff. You know how it goes. And they said, hey, look, you got to go do something else. I was like, that's fine. I'm out. You should buy a Super Duty. I would love 18 GT. Sweet. I would love, Ron, what's up, man? I would love a truck. I've actually been debating on just holding onto this Jeep out there for a little while and then trying to sell for about what I got into it, and then for something that will tow, because the Jeep's not going to do that. But the Jeep is paid off and I have no car payment, which is cool. So if it breaks, oh well. Being a YouTuber, stand up. No. What does that say? How long have I been a YouTuber? I think that's what that says. I have had the channel for a while. I've always done, if you go back way back in the videos, you'll see like I'm still in uniform, talking about this or whatever. I wouldn't have called myself a YouTuber. We are selling a Jeep and getting me a truck. Stephanie's in the chat. Twin turbos, we're gonna talk. There's gonna be some spoilers that are gonna come out in this session. So if you were in here, you were one of the lucky few. But anyway, so the channel, I had it for a long time, never really did anything with it, just, you know, stuff, because I would search for this or that over the internet. Whoa, chats are coming in like crazy. What do I think about the new Supra? Remind me that question in about 5 minutes. I'll lose my train of thought. I'm like a goldfish, I'll forget. But, see, I'm already forgetting. Can you give me the Jeep when it's time? So, channel had for a long time. I got out of the Army. Okay, sweet. Jeff Hell Horse Performance is texting me. We're going to talk about a couple of things. Big things. So, I had a channel for a while. And then most of you guys probably know this, but if you are new and you don't, yes, I'll have to text him later. Lots of money lots of money being sent to Hell Horse Performance right now. Huge, massive things are coming for the Mustang once we get it back. We're going to talk about all of that in just a minute. So just hang in there, guys. We won't be live for like 4 hours tonight. I don't think so, but just hang in there. So yeah, I had the channel for a long time. I got out. I sold cars for about 6 months. Did really, really well. Had no life, and I was always so like my first month never selling a thing. I came in like second place in a dealership, and then I did it again and again, and I did it for about 6 months. And mostly it was just car knowledge and just smiling and then being a friend, and you can sell a car, and you can make a lot of money doing that. But you will have no life, and I didn't either. And so I spent a large portion of my, I guess, young adult life deployed, be it Iraq or Afghanistan or doing whatever, or maybe back home to going to the field problems, doing stuff like the Army stuff, military stuff, and then to come home, and now I'll finally be out of the military, and then I had no life. I was working like probably 65 hours a week, something like that. I was a busy bee. But 6 months went by, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to just take a chance. And, got a little VA money coming in. No big deal. But I'm going to take a little chance. I'm going to pick up the camera and see where it goes. For the first, year, not a whole lot happened. The channel was busy. It grew. But financially, it sucked. And, some months are better than others. But now we're barely, we can get by. We can get by. But we have to fund the channel, too. So that is factored into that, but it's pretty cool. So to answer that question, guess I've really been hot and heavy on YouTube for a little under 2 years. So this coming January, I guess, will be the 2-year mark, thereabout, something like that. All right, so next, what are we gonna talk about next? So I know Paxton, we'll talk about it. Yep, lots of money, know that. My 18, 9 seconds. Yeah, so we don't want to chase 10s. I don't want to be NA. The thing is, I've had boosted Mustangs before, but I've never done one on my own. And so now is the time. And pretty cool that, I reached out to Hell Horse, and they were fans of the channel too. And now we are working together. You guys have probably seen me mention that, or heard me mention that a couple of times over the past several videos. And things are getting... It started. I thought that it was going to start off with this small thing. I was like, yeah, we're going to go to 750 wheel horsepower, and I'm going to be good, right? It's not happening. It's going to be up there. It was going to be like this total street build, whatever. Now it's turning into full race car, and I blame you, Jeff. You are pushing, and I thank you. You are. Pushing me beyond a limit that I really wanted to go, but it is going to take some time. And so we had ordered the Edelbrock, went to a distributor that was supposed to have, I don't know what the distributor was, but anyway, there was I guess a mix-up or hold-up with shipping or something like that, and it took forever. That's why you haven't seen the box show up. That's why I didn't make any content with it. And then I was thinking about, I guess a week and a half ago, I was like, you know what? Let's just go big. Let's do something different. Yes, the Edelbrock is new. It's different. Yes, I can make tons of content, yes, but we are going twin turbo. We are going to use a low mount kit, which is something I said that I would never do because the car was a daily. Now it's not going to be daily. The car is going to get wrapped. It's sick. I've got it in my mind. I've been looking at tons and tons and tons of pictures and of this wrap, whatever. It's going to be. I want this car. Because it's got history. It's been wrecked 3 times, right? Well, we're not going to risk any more as a daily. I will still be able to daily it if I want to. We are going to take the seats. I know this might come up later on. The Recaro seats are sold. So that was interesting because I paid extra for those seats because it was a custom order, but those seats are sold. And some of that money is going to go towards the car, and we're going to go to a fixed back race seat. We're going to put 2 of them in the car eventually. We'll do one to start. And What else are we doing? I can't give everything away, but it is a twin turbo kit, and it is it's the one from Hellhorse. It's what he sells as his low mount kit. Got a ginormous, huge front intercooler. They are comp turbos. They're oilless. It's a 64, 67 comp turbo, I believe. And so should be a pretty easy install. And each turbo is rated for something like 950 crank horsepower or something like that. And we got 2 of them. So his kit's rated. We talked on the phone for like 2 hours a day. We talk like every other day. What's up, everybody that is coming in? Thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your time with me. But, what does that say? Oh, yeah. So, his kit that we're going to run is rated for like 1,500 horsepower. We're not doing that, not at least not anytime soon. But, so by talking to Jeff, the reason it's rated at only, and I'm going to say, not because it's rated at 15, it's because it's rated at only 1,500, is because I guess that's what the intercooler will sufficiently cool. But it's pretty cool. So we're not going with a sleeper kit from Hellion. We're not going with an LPF kit. We're going with Hellhorse, since they are a big sponsor to the channel now. Even though you haven't seen anything yet, there's stuff coming. So Jeff is really going out of his way to help. There's a lot of money involved, though. It's not for free. But it's pretty cool because we're going to make a lot of content. Why? Now, there's a couple of reasons why. Yeah, it's oilless. So you have to, I talked to Jeff, you have to lube them up every like 3,000 miles or something like that. So basically a race car. Which is, I'll probably be changing oil every 3,000 to 5,000 miles anyway. So, and they're going to be underneath the car, which is a good and a bad thing. Who's going to tune it? Come on. Who do you think's going to tune it? Guesses? Yeah, it's going to be still Rob. Is still going to tune it at Palm Beach, China. And they already have, supposedly he already has like the base file. So we're going to load it in the car once everything is done. And I expect we'll do a revision or 2 to get everything right. But have a smoke button. All right. Is rev issue fixed? Rev issue fixed on your Mustang. What rev issue? Didn't have a rev issue, I don't think. You man, see, I'm always, yeah. Shark fin on the roof. Can you put a shark fin on the roof, please? What? Yeah, what is my favorite beer? Well, that's an interesting question. So when was it cutting out? How's the feed? I want to know this before we go any further. How's the feed? Is it choppy? Is it fluid? Are we good to go? Usually when I go live in my garage, it sucks. No, yeah, we're going to build the 10R80. Favorite beer is, I drink girl drinks. So I like, like the reds and stuff like that. I don't really drink beer. I don't really drink alcohol in general. I'm not a big drinker. Not really. But I like the fruity flavored stuff, I guess. Now, when it comes to like, your clear liquors, I'm a bad drunk. You don't want to be around me whenever I'm like out, like drunk. Because I'll like be in a corner somewhere. This happens every damn time, every fucking time. I'll be in a corner, fucking crying my eyes out, talking about my friends that aren't here with me, that are still, that lost their lives over there. So, not good times. What's my opinion on the 15 to 17 Mustang? I think that they are good and solid. Remember, the 1819s have direct injection, so they're good for about another 30 horse thereabout. But the Gen 2 Coyote is proven. You can make a lot of power with them. I think that they are good to go. I would own one in a heartbeat. I have owned them in the past, never had an issue. Do it. Torque converter, yes, we will do a converter in the car. We're going to do a built 10R80. All that will come in the future. We have to do the twin turbo kit. Then we have to do, at the same time, we really need to do axles, drive shaft, and we're going big. So probably, I guess, G-Force Outlaws. I don't even, what do those things cost? Almost $2,000. God. I don't know. I need to go plant one of those trees where, you know, money grows from it, that they don't exist, but yeah. Lots of moving pieces right now, and it's all really thanks to you guys, because I didn't say this earlier. So like YouTube, getting started on YouTube, I would go search up like how do you install a cold air kit on this or that or whatever. And there might be some videos, but they honestly like were terrible to watch. They weren't structured very well, anything like that. So I started dibble dabbling, I can't speak English. I started toying with videos that were a little bit more entertaining, easy to watch, and a little bit more structured. Step-by-step stuff. Yes, CJ Pony Parts and those guys have those videos. Late Model Restoration has their videos. And then I like to do them too. But what about the transmission? Transmission will be built eventually. Yolo said 2 steps are gay? My opinion. YOLO, I watch his stuff, man. It's the wife's job. That's interesting. So, yeah, she doesn't have that anymore. Because she, well, I guess she does. She's supposed to restart training next month, into September sometime. But she missed a day because the car was wrecked. It was only like a half a day or something like that. And they basically said, hey, look, you screwed up. You missed too many, X amount of hours or something. So they had to recycle her. And I think that that's really stupid because she was already like 2 or 3 weeks into the training. But YOLO may be certified K, but we aren't sure yet. YOLO does not like me. He doesn't like Stang Mode. Alex Flores does not like any YouTubers other than himself. And he's not a YouTuber, so he says. I personally, I don't know if he's in the background watching this or he's going to watch it later. Probably not. Or some word gets out there. But I want to make this known. I don't have a fucking problem with him. I think that, and this is me talking, I think that the dude is a very highly intelligent individual. I mean, he's a tuner for Lund. You know he's smart. He knows what he's talking about. I watch his videos. I still watch them. And I think that he has a lot, the stuff that he puts out is very educational. I appreciate it. I think that he's just a little bit, he could probably say the same thing about us. We're very like self-indulging, or just, you know, it's all about us, whatever. Look, my entire adult career for 14 years was not about fucking me. It was about serving somebody else. It was actually about serving all of you. Everybody watching, everybody lives in these United States of America. I put that uniform on every day and I went to work. And I did it for me, sure, but I wanted to serve a greater purpose. So, and then now I'm on YouTube. I started doing YouTube stuff, doing how-to videos and all of that. And it wasn't for me. You know, if it was for me, I wouldn't film it. I wouldn't put it online. You know, especially like way before I was monetized. So I wasn't making any money. It was all for free. I was just doing it to better the community. Now, what has happened is this guy is as, I don't know, it's like scorched earth against YouTubers. I know that probably some have pissed him off, but I don't know. I just don't give a shit about any of that. You know, like I'm here to put awesome, or I would like to think it's all, I'm here to put content out that hopefully you guys enjoy and find informative. Some of it is vloggity stuff, yes. Other times it's more serious and hopefully helpful. You know, header installs and intake installs and this, that, and the other, whatever. But I have no hate towards him. I think he's a very smart guy. And I just would like to see him tone it back a bit because he seems like it's all about him. And I don't know, if it was, it's not like he owns Lund. It's not like he is the poster boy of Lund. He's a guy, and he's also worked for other companies. Remember, he worked for VMP and all that stuff too before. And I used to never deal with, it's still honestly new to me. Like, I've always been a Mustang owner, and I've always had a passion for cars, especially the Mustang. But I never really toyed around with social media before this. And I watched Goon Squad grow. You will too. Yeah, in time. It's been a slow month. I think there's like a weird YouTube thing going on where people are not getting notifications. I don't know. So you have to play around with the notification bell. But yeah, I was never really like hot and heavy into like social media and then posting opinions and stuff like that. I just was always one of the followers, the watchers. You know, I go in there and I just read how to do this, how to do that, whatever. And then now it's turned into, this is why I try to stay off of Facebook forums as much as possible now, because if I post anybody, it ain't just me. The secret's out. So when I post and people, they see my name come up, Alex, you know, and my last name, people know who it is. So new Supra is cool. I wouldn't buy one. Nope, not for that money. No. But it's really hot in my garage. So anyway, social media stuff has gotten really bad I feel like over the past few years. Anybody that has a question, they seem to always like get attacked, and it's always by like the same group of people, just trolls. And I wasn't about that, and it's really bad now. And I know that everybody's trying to like advertise and get their business out there and stuff like that, but people go in there and they post a question. They post a question about, hey, I've got a problem with this, I need help with that, it doesn't matter. And then you get these guys, and I'm not going to name off companies, but they come in there and they're like, oh, well, it might be this, blah, blah, blah. Let us know if we could help, or you might upgrade this, blah, blah, blah. And then they tag all of their business at the bottom of like every single thing that they touch on the forums. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, trying to sell shit. It's not always about making money. It's about being helpful. And yeah, and I just have a problem with it, so I just stay off of Facebook as much as possible, because there's one of the forums, you know, I get hit up every so often, why aren't you posting your videos on the forum anymore? Why aren't you posting your videos here, whatever? And I'm just like, look, I don't want to post a video that nobody's, they're going to come into the comments and they're going to be like, oh, look, clickbait, clickbait, clickbait. It could be, I don't know, a 2011 GT500 test drive and review. Kind of like we did the other day. And somebody's going to say, oh, look, it's clickbait. There's nothing clickbait about it. We literally drove the car, did a test drive and review. It's not fucking clickbait. It's not a lie. So anyway, but they'll start commenting and trashing the video before, and nobody will even watch it. And so, you know, fuck that. I'm not about it. Yeah, Facebook is really dead. Well, Facebook is just open to just, you know, troll conversation. It's bad. You know, YouTube, I can, there's people that hate on YouTube too, the comments and stuff like that. I won't name off a couple that really get to my skin, like under my skin, but I haven't seen him post in a while, so maybe, I don't know, maybe he just quit. Maybe I blocked him, I can't remember. But do people recognize you on the street because of YouTube? Yes, they do. It's both a very cool and an interesting and sometimes a bad thing. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. I've literally been followed 30 or 40 minutes, taking a bunch of different turns. They followed the car to my house just to get out and like, you know, like conversate. That's cool. Hit me up on Instagram before you do that shit, please. You know, when I got family and I got kids and stuff, it gets kind of strange. So just give me a heads up and I'll hang out. It's okay. But if you follow somebody for 30 minutes, it's like me following Street Speed and I show up and he's never seen me before. He's going to be like, dude, who the hell? You know, it's just kind of, it's weird. But it is cool. When we were in Florida this last vacation, and I didn't even announce to anybody yet that I was down there. And we went to the Walmart and I was walking out and then there's a guy coming in and he was like, hey, what's up? I love the videos. And I was like, oh my God, you know, I wasn't wearing anything fancy. It's pretty cool though. But, and then every time I get gas or something, like somebody will recognize me. I'm a celebrity now. Not really. I mean, I just want to be helpful. I'm an enthusiast like you guys watching. So I'm a big YouTube guy. I live on it all day long. I'm on YouTube. My favorite channels are not the big ones. I like to watch all the smaller channels. I know a lot of you guys are probably, you see me commenting on stuff like, you know, all the other small channels too. I find that the smaller channels are having a lot more fun sometimes than the big channels because, you know, they're not like, it's not about the money. It's not about just pushing content. It's just a little bit more fun. I think a little bit more raw, and I can still relate to that at my position where I'm at right now. So, reading through some of these past comments. Kenneth's in here. What's up, man? Blue Collar Daily. What's up? Everybody that's in here. But buying nitrous, sell the Jeep. Well, I don't know. We might sell the Jeep eventually, but due to greed, no one comes to my house when they. Yeah. So, do you recommend any kind of jacking rails to the 2019 Mustang GT? Absolutely, 100% BMR Jacking Rails. I have them on my car. They're like $100. Use Xander 7, ZANDR 7 as your promo code. Gets you free shipping and like 7% off or something like that. And it's pretty sweet. The BMR code does really well. It helps me out. And all of you guys get awesome product. BMR, I love BMR. I know Stang Mode's all about Steeda. And they've given him a whole bunch of stuff, but I mean, I could have went that route too, but I chose BMR for a few different reasons. Mostly because, and they'll even, if you have a conversation, if you call them, and like, hey, look, I need this. My car's doing this, or I want to get out of the, I want to track the car better. I want to, let's say, get out of the hole better. I want to help with wheel hop, something like that. They don't try to sell you $1 million worth of stuff to, dude, you have the most consistent content and stay with it. I try. It can be challenging to come up with 2 or 3 videos a week. Some of them are good, some of them are not. The next one that comes out, I think, is about the Jeep. We're doing a drag link on it, and I filmed it like a week ago, but I guess I'll release a video. It's probably gonna, I haven't even edited it. It's probably terrible, but I'll probably still put it out there anyway. Yeah, jacking rails, they're pretty sweet. The idle issue with the car, did it get fixed? Oh, I remember what you're talking about. Yeah. Would I consider tuning an import? You mean like computer tuning? I don't know anything about tuning. But Stephanie's watching me on the big screen TV. That's scary. BMR for the free shit. BMR is a good company, and it's neat because when you call them, oftentimes, like they did me, you know, I was like, hey, look, this is what I want the car to do, and they didn't try to sell me everything in the world. They just, you know, this is what you need, and only what you need. Don't go overkill. Take it by, you know, step by step. Do this first. See how, put it back on the track. See how it does. If you have problems, upgrade something else. And then when you get more power, upgrade this, upgrade that. You know, Steeda's like, boom, here you go, full catalog. And then you'll be over there with your shopping cart on the internet, being like, how am I going to afford $4,000? Babe, we're taking out a loan. We're taking out a loan. We're putting the kids up for adoption. We're selling testicles. We're doing all that shit. And BMR's like, hey, run the CB005 kit, or, you know, 001 kit or something, which is like $100. You know, just do little things here and there. You spend like under $300, and guess what? Wheel hop is cured. The same as their hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. I'm not hating on the company. I think they're an awesome company. They make some badass shit, but I like BMR for the simplicity and for the cost, and that it just fucking works. But I'm sitting on the motorcycle. Yes, I still have the bike. The bike is not going anywhere. Let's see. Dealer called me back for an allocation on the GT500 here in Cali. Markup was fucking $50,000. Look, let's talk about the Shelby GT500. Let's talk about this damn thing. It's 4,225 pounds. I don't know if you guys remember. I made the video. I don't know if you guys all saw it. Months and months ago, I was like, remember that leaked document came out, and then all the numbers and everything looked weird, and had some typos, and everybody's like, oh, it's fake, you're just making a video for views. Well, interesting that some of those numbers did line up with what's being released. So The weight was on there too, 4,225 pounds. So it wasn't total crap. And man, that's a heavy car. But I mean, things. I talked to Jeff at Hellhorse for like 2 hours, and a lot of the conversation was about the GT500. Speed Addict, what's up, man? Hopefully I didn't steal all of your guys from your live chat. But anyway, now it's my turn to talk about the GT500. So it's a heavy car, guys. But do I think it's worth it? Fucking no. Buy an 1819 Mustang and supercharger, twin turbo that thing, and make stupid power. You know, if all you care about is a straight line, don't even think about a GT500. If you, I should have bought a base car because now I'm like ripping stuff out. But I think it'd be cool if you could get. They should have killed the GT350s off after 2 years. Wife is fine since the accident. Thank you for asking. Should have killed the GT350s off after the first couple of years like they were talking about doing. And then they would have, and then they came out with a GT500. They could have priced it lower, more competitive. Excuse me, I think that it would be a better buy for less money. But I mean, when you mark that thing, yes, they don't all cost $100,000. But if you add the carbon fiber, it's kissing the $100,000. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. And only DCT GT350, I would buy one. If they came out. Or you do this, like Jeff was talking about. Go buy you, if you want to go straight, here's something that would be cool. This just, I don't know if you guys would be into this or not. What if you bought a 2017 up GT350 or R, and you want an automatic, so you do like a 6R80 swap or something like that, build it, and then you supercharge it or twin turbo that thing. Well, now you have the high revs from the 5.2 flat plane crank, 8,250 RPM, and you have spent a lot less money. Now, the 2020, I don't know about the 19, but the 2020 GT350 supposedly has the same everything as the, or you could stay manual. That's I'm pointing to this term right there. There's cameras right there. God bless. So yeah, skip the 6R80 swap. Just buy a GT350 and then run forced induction. You still have a manual at that point. You still have a 5.2 liter V8. If you buy, what's up? Okay. If you buy a 2020 GT350, I believe that they are pretty much built the same, almost different crank, obviously, than the 5.2 that's in the 2020 GT500. So they should handle boost pretty well. And I think they're on their second generation of that. It doesn't matter. I don't honestly, I don't know enough about it, but that's probably what I would do. I know Serpent Things is still planning on buying one. Normal GT 10R80 would dominate the manual GT350s. Yes, I know from experience. Yes, that is a fact. Boosted Coyote has a turbo hydro 400 that would be a hot setup in the flat plane engine. I just think that drag strip road track in the future, when you have a blower turbo on your GT, you will have money set aside for a built short block. If your engine fails, very, very important. Yeah, the 350s burn oil. I think it's actually in the owner's manual. It's a normal thing. Not a big deal. But you gotta pay to play. But the markup for $50,000, I'm out, dude. Like if you could get one, if I could get a base 500 for MSRP, I would possibly consider it. But I would still probably not do it. Just because look at what the 1819s are doing with boost. They're dumb fast. Where is the automatic transmission dipstick for the 19? Trying to check. I don't think there is one. No, yeah, there's not one. But yeah, we're going twin turbos. Everybody that's just coming into the chat, suspension before power is the way I was taught. Yeah, well, that's what I started with doing mine. Is we did some driveline stuff, and then now we're going to add power to mine. But yeah, I'm a big supporter of that too. Build from the bottom up. Do I want the 16 350R shell for sale? I got about $5. I can invest about $5, maybe $10. No, I'm just kidding. No, but that would be a pretty cool project to just do whatever, put whatever you want to under the hood and just buy the shell. Wait for somebody to buy the GT. Yeah, that's another thing too is the C8 ruined everything. So I think that give it time. We'll see if this is true. That GT500s are going to be sitting on dealerships lots all over the country, and they're going to be forced to take that what am I thinking? I'm brain farting. The ADM, the added market value, and then drop it, right? So that maybe even within this same year in 2020, you will possibly maybe get to buy one of those for little to no markup. It will really depend on if people buy these things or not. And because dealerships are not going to want to sit on a $100,000 car. They want to move it. They want to, it's a unit. They want to sell them. So what twin turbo kit for everybody that is coming in? It is a Hellhorse low mount twin kit. They are comp turbo. They are comp 64, 67 comp turbos or oilless triple ball bearing. Each turbo is rated for I think 950 crank horsepower. So we're gonna push some power with the car. Now here's a cool thing. It's interesting, a little scary, I guess. Each turbo, these things are being custom built. I should have them probably in the next 2 weeks, week and a half to 2 weeks, I would think. From the conversations we had earlier on the phone, they're being custom built, and each turbo costs $2,000, $2,000 per turbo. It's going to be retarded. So we don't want to blow up the car, but it might happen. We might blow up a transmission or that. We want to take preventative measures to ensure that doesn't happen. So we have to build the driveline too. But my wife hates me right now because there's a lot of money going towards Hellhorse. And then other companies also. No, I can't say this yet. I can't spoil everything for you guys. You have to, because then you'll know it all. You have to come back to the channel and be surprised. But there's another company that I just got an email from tonight, big company, that is going to help with the looks of the vehicle because the car is going to come back. We're getting it wrapped. I can't tell you what we're doing. Did we even talk about the name? I don't even think we talked about the new name change. We started to. Ken, super chat. There we go. $199. Don't sell my seats. They are sold. Unfortunately, the cars are gone, brother. They sold immediately. Immediately. So we're going to go with a fixed back race seat. And eventually we're going to put a cage in the car. We're not going to completely strip it so there's no carpet and stuff like that. The idea with the build still is to have a relatable car to what you guys might like to see. But it's going to be a little extreme, yeah. We want the car to become internet famous. So we have to make it look the part as well. And the new name, so the Project Carnage is gone. The NA build that we were doing, it's dead. Everything about this car is changing. Interior, exterior, engine modifications, all of that stuff we're doing. Force induction now, the twin turbo kit. The new name is called Warfighter. This is going to be called the Warfighter. I did kind of theft the name a little bit. There's a company that's local here called Tactical Edge. Excuse me. They build some badass rifles and stuff like that. They're really on par, or maybe even, I would argue, better than like BCM and some of these other companies out there. Daniel Defense, all those guys, those big companies. But they make them here in, they're manufactured in Clarksville, Tennessee. And anyway, so I was going through Instagram and I was like, I wanted to do, God bless, I can't tell you. You're going to have to wait. There's no way to tell you without giving it away. But what I can tell you is that it is going to be, the look of the vehicle is going to be a throwback to military service in some way. You know, so it's going to be, you know, War Machine would have been cool, but we're going to call this the Warfighter. Sorry, Kane, he just texted me. I'm sorry, man. It's sold like that. The money comes, you know, it's, anyway, I put the feeler out before it was even announced on YouTube. It was on Instagram and Facebook. It sold immediately. It's gonna have like a military-ish theme going on, and we're gonna call the car the Warfighter, and that is because it's got some battle damage of its own, and it's also, you know, it's a veteran-owned vehicle, and it's just gonna be a big. I think it'll be good for everybody. I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. In my head, it makes sense. We'll see what the finished project looks like, but in the next. I guess month or two, you guys will see it all too. There's a lot of things going on. We're trying to focus on that. We're trying to focus on the build, get everything in the mail, and then yeah, a lot of stuff that has to happen. And there's might be a significant event coming up. Stingwood hasn't announced yet. I don't know if it's going to happen, but there might be a significant event coming up towards, I think, the middle to end of October. So I'd really like to have the car built by then. Or at least have it running and raceable, and I really want to go back to ADCO, way up north, and I don't think that we'll see any negative DA, but you know, we'll have better air than what we have down here. So anyway, so let me catch up with some of what you guys have talked about. Comments, going to work, got to pay for the 19 month. All right, yeah. Don't miss work because of me. Yeah, Warfighter is the name of the car. But, yeah, all right. But yeah, things have been really, really busy. Things have been really busy. This thing behind me is Jeremy's car, and it's being torn to pieces right now. So if you made it this far in the live chat, I'm about to spin a camera, show you what we're doing. So, here we go. Put the hurt on Stang mode. Stang mode's not boosted yet. I don't know when he's going to do it. Ooh, my phone's hot. Hopefully it does not die. If my phone dies, I'm sorry, guys. But, so I'm going to pull it off of the charger, and let's do a walk around of what's going on inside the garage right now. But, 2019 Mustang GT, you guys have seen it. We just did the Corsa headers on the car. Well, look down here. There's no headers. Oh my God. So what's going on? So yeah, all of this is torn apart. I haven't done this side yet, which is the easy side. That's why I didn't do it, because it's like 100 degrees today, thereabout, and I'm working in my garage. And $5, Bravo, thank you so much. Years of sacrifice, deserve all the rewards and all things. Best of luck going forward. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. God bless you. Excuse me. So, no headers. It's actually right here. Here's one of them. This car, we'll put a video together and we'll document the whole thing. But you guys, since there's like 77 of you guys in here right now, you get the little sneak peek of what is going on. And that is, this car is going back to stock. Yes, he just did the headers, and now they're getting pulled off the car because the car is getting traded for C8. So, yeah, not my decision. I would have kept it. I would have built it, but I want a C8 too, but I don't want it for YouTube. I'd want one just to have one because it's a sweet car, but ain't no way I'd buy the first year. I would wait. But anyway, although I'm sure it's going to be a fine product. But yeah, no headers, lots of work. This car had the Corsa header with the double X pipe and the active exhaust. It's actually back here. Down there, it's got the chrome tips. All this stuff, like these are like, oh man, like not even 2 months old, I guess. Maybe a couple months old right now. But I'm telling you right now, I put headers on, they stay with the car when I let it go. Well, he was going to do that. He was going to, trade the car with all of this stuff still on the car. And I was like, bro, they're not going to give you anything extra for all that stuff. You might as well rip everything off and then, sell the stuff. So the headers, the whole exhaust, it's almost, let's say, basically $3,500 exhaust. He's trying to like sell for a pretty good cheap price. And it also has, it's not an HP Tuners gauge, it's a London gauge. So that's got to go back to stock. And then JLT, he's going to sell that. He's going to sell that. And then there's all the stock stuff over here. These are my old active mufflers. He doesn't have his anymore, so I'm just going to give it to him because my car will never go back to stock. My car is going to get built. My car will always be on the channel unless it gets wrecked, totaled, whatever. Knock on wood. But anyway, so all that's got to go back to the car. A lot of work, and I'm certainly not doing this for free. He is going to pay me a couple of bucks because we just did this. A header install, if you've never done one, is not fun, especially when it's really, really hot. But anyway, so Slick S550's in the house. What's up, man? So, but yeah, this is the car. I don't think that we're going to rip the suspension out of it. I think he's going to leave that with the vehicle. It's got the GT350 Ford Performance springs and Ford Performance front and rear sway bars, which is a sweet combination because when you're driving, the steering wheel's just a little bit more firm. I think there's so much front end grip, or I guess responsiveness is probably a better word, with the sway bars. Massive upgrade. If I wanted a car that could turn, I would do something, definitely do sway bars. I'm telling you, there's a huge difference. Mine, in my car, we corrected the alignment so it's more like drag race oriented. It's very straight up and down, front and rear. This one has still got the stock alignment in it, but with the sway bars, I mean, it's a massive difference between the way this car feels and mine. Pretty sweet upgrades, but yeah, 1080 car. He's going to trade this guy or sell it, I guess, or do whatever. But I got to get this done in the next like 2 or 3 days. So that's where I don't even know if I'm going to make videos on this. It's kind of pointless. I'm not sure. I have no idea. But yeah, so plug my phone back in because it's probably going to die. Where's the cord? But a lot of work. So my garage, we're always doing stuff in it. Always working in the garage. There's tools everywhere all the time. Something is always being torn apart. But what does this say right here? Robert, gave you my first YouTube thumbs up. Oh man, really? That's awesome. I appreciate that. That is awesome. I'm glad that I can at least be on YouTube and man, God bless, I need a haircut. I'm glad that I can make videos and then you guys enjoy them, and then I can be a positive influence. This is what I really try to do. I don't want to come on YouTube and start bashing other YouTubers. What's up, Stephanie, behind me? They want to see the dogs? Really? Okay, we'll take a look at the dog. Is anybody still watching this? All right, hang on. We'll bring him back. You'll get stuff everywhere. Lulu. Hey, Lulu. What are you doing? There's Yosh right there. So Lulu is a short stack red nose pit, full pit. Full pit. Yosh is I don't know. He's pit boxer is what we think. But yes. Let me get my phone back here. So we're always working on stuff, but yeah, I want to always try to be as much of a positive influence as possible, and not come on YouTube trash talking everybody and acting like I'm the best thing in the world since sliced bread, because guess what? I'm not. I'm just a guy that tries to make my way around cars with a couple of wrenches, a couple of handheld tools. Nothing fancy, just a garage dude, normal enthusiast. And anyway, so I don't really think of myself as a celebrity, but I mean, that's cool. But, you know, whatever, I'm just a guy. But speaking of stuff, I guess on that topic, we're thinking about doing some Hellhorse / Xander 13 merchandise. So stay on the lookout for some stuff like that. That might be coming in the near future. And it's going to be like a collaboration between us, so I don't know. But big things are happening. Hellhorse is really going out of their way to really help with the build. And it's taking a lot of effort on both parties, both me and Hellhorse, because it's not free. It's not free, but they're helping me. They are a sponsor, but I think that a twin turbo kit's going to be really cool, because if you go search up like twin turbo Mustang, you'll find a lot of videos of them going down the track. You're going to find a lot of videos. Nothing. I don't think any. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think. What time is it in my area? I think it's like 9 or something o'clock. How much does he want for the headers? I don't know. But tell you what, hit me up on Instagram and I'll ask. And then, yeah, dude, where's my car? The car, supposedly, I think the door skin got there today. So they should be tearing into the car, fixing it right. Well, not now, but, you know, today. I'll probably go up there and check on it tomorrow. But Street Slayers, what's up, man? Coming to the show. About an hour too late. I'm just kidding. No, good thing you're here. So I'm going to go probably check up in the car, at least give him a phone call tomorrow and check the status and see what's up. I think that hopefully we'll have the car back in a few weeks. 2 or 3 weeks would be awesome. There's probably going to be about 3 weeks, I would imagine, if they're actually starting to work on it. Because historically with the car, that's about what it took before. Ken, you want the N-Gauge. You guys hit me if you want. Okay, he's selling the London gauge. And then what else has he got? He's got a JLT intake. He has and then he has the headers. It's a 178 catless Corsa, and then it's got the double X pipe and then the cat back. And I'm not sure what he's asking price-wise, so how much does a 2003 Mustang cost? I would love to know, because I want one. I would love to have a new Edge again. Around where I live, they're expensive. That's why I don't have one. It'd be like 200,000 miles, and people want like $19,000 for these things. It's retarded. But then Stang Mode got lucky. He got his for, you know, like $2,500 or whatever. And so he got lucky. And his was in pretty good shape. But he doesn't own it anymore. Yeah, text me, Ken, or hit me up on Instagram if you want some of this stuff. And then I can pass word and find out what the price is, this, that, and the other. But $3,500 exhaust. He ain't going to charge you $3,500 on that, because he wants the stuff gone. And he's going to be coming into town here next few days, the owner of this vehicle, so I have to get it ready for him. And then he's going to have a few days in town, and he really wants to get rid of this stuff pretty quickly. So I imagine he might be flexible in price. I don't know. But anyway, 2-chamber Flowmasters for the win. Over the Top movie is the best of all time. Over the Top movie? I don't know. $3,000 or $4,000 for a new Edge is, I think, about the norm. I know a guy that is selling one. No, I'm not going to buy that one. It's a mess. Yeah, most of the ones around where I live, they want about $2,000 too much for whatever they're selling. Can I sub to your channel, please? Sorry. A lot of talking, my throat's dry. Guys, I'm a big advocate for start up the bike. Oh, the bike has a new upgrade. Look, I might shut down that other channel. If you guys didn't know, we started another channel, Xander 13 Moto, and we were kind of trying to like separate the content a little bit, but I think that I'm just not going to worry about it. I don't want to spend so much time, especially coming from an established channel. I don't want to start up a new, it'd be fun to start up a new one, I guess, but I'm not going to focus tons and tons and tons of attention to that channel. I would rather make bike content, you know, 2-3 times a month or whatever it may be, and post videos on this channel. And if it gets views, it gets views. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, but the thing is, that my channel is a business, yes. So it does take money to make all this content. You guys know that. You're not stupid. And it would be better, yeah. It'd be better for me to post content that even gets 1,000 views on this channel. However, we did do 50 years, the newest New Edge is 15 years old, yeah. So, but anyway, we started the other channel and it didn't get a lot of traction. So I think that we're just gonna put bike content periodically on this channel, just like I was doing before. And people want to watch it, they can. If they don't, oh well. But I can start it up for you because we actually have done. We put exhaust on it. Stephanie, can you bring me the keys to the motorcycle, please? I'm lazy. I guess I can go grab them. I have to pull this thing off the tripod anyway. So. I need bike keys.
I don't know where they're at.
I don't either. I know I didn't leave.
Bike this time?
No, I didn't leave them in the bike this time. But, oh, there they are.
Why do you use bike keys?
They want to hear it.
Oh, God.
This is going to be really loud, but you guys want to hear it, so we'll do it. Corsa key tag. There's almost 20, I think I've almost got 2,500 miles on this guy. Yeah, right there. Yeah, we've been riding a lot. But we put a M4 slip-on the bike. We replaced that thing right there and put this guy on there. I have the baffle pulled out, so it's, excuse me, really loud. Cool thing is these sell for about $300, right? And I got it on eBay. Somebody had bought one. It was perfect condition. I guess he put it on the bike and then took it right back off. I don't know. I think it sounds fantastic, but I think I paid like $150 for it. So good deal. But all right, this will be the first. Nobody's even heard this thing, so don't wake up. Yeah, the Mustang is way louder. So yeah, that's like just not even, that was like 5,000 RPM. The thing goes like 12 or 13,000. But it's pretty loud, but it's actually pretty livable when you're riding with it. And it comes with a little baffle thing, which is pretty sweet too. This goes in there and it makes it a little bit more quiet, but louder than stock. But it's pretty sweet. I like it. I don't think that I'll ever change it. But bikes don't really need a whole lot. I mean, I would like to do other stuff with it, but it needs like sliders. It needs, the ones down here. And then I don't know. There's not a lot that I usually do with motorcycles. I would like to eventually buy probably a cheaper one, not, you know, something probably like maybe $2,000-3,000, whatever, just an old bike. Learn how to, it'll be old, like maybe 600 or something like that. I don't know, maybe even like a 300. I don't even care. And then learn how to start doing like track stuff with it, and then get into that a little bit. But yeah, not with this bike. We're not going to do that with this bike because this guy is not paid off. It is financed. So, but match the new car wrap with a bike. That would be sick. That's a good idea. The bike, or I'm sorry, the wrap is going to be vastly different. Bike versus Mustang, who would win? Well, I tell you what. Wait, this stock muffler's. I gotta plug in my phone. It's gonna die. Hang on. Oh, so unorganized. Here we go. Plug that thing in there. So the other day I was on the road, and it's like a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit or something like that. Doesn't matter what it was. I don't even know. I guess I should, but an Aston Martin pulled up beside me, and the thing was like Nardo gray wrapped. It was beautiful, beautiful. And I was on the bike, and I was just like, oh my God, you know, I'm beside this thing. I'm like, this thing is freaking sweet. And I'm like going back and forth with the bike, looking at this thing. And it was so sick. And if it were me driving, I'd probably put the window down and be like, oh yeah, you know, what's up? Because, I mean, I was obviously admiring the thing. But the guy decided he wanted to floor it and roast me. Look, I'm on a 1,000cc bike. This thing weighs 430 pounds wet. I weigh about 195. So, and we got 100 and, what is it? What do these things have? 190 horsepower and like 85 pound-feet of torque or something like that. Believe me, I hit it. And I didn't think that I'm not really good at doing like wheelies and stuff. It's not really been my thing. But yeah, the front end stood the fuck up. And these new ones have traction control, wheelie control, and all that stuff. So it stayed up in the air, and it came back down and took off in first gear. It was, I shit my pants. It was pretty scary. But, because I don't know. I ride the bike, but I'm not like super aggressive with it. And it was pretty sweet though. But yeah, I definitely ate the Aston Martin didn't stand a chance. I mean, no real car does. I mean, you gotta have a lot of power and be able to launch that son of a bitch really hard on the street and hope that you get traction if you want to compete with a motorcycle. But it's just, if you want to go fast for not a lot of money, bike, 2 wheels. But your chances of dying are like, you know, really high. But the Mustang, after built, 1,000 bikes with his S550. So Xander, what's going on, guys? If you're just coming in, I don't know how many. I know we have. Wait a minute. You like to live in PA. I'm not sure what that means. PA. I would like to live in PA. I don't know if that's what the question was. You may have to retype that. PA would be pretty sweet to live. I live in Tennessee. It would be cool to live further up north, I guess, because I'd have access to all those other YouTubers and stuff. But there's other YouTubers around me too, so it's kind of a healthy mix. But anyway, I want to get back to one of you guys said come sub to my channel. I want to talk about that, and I don't mean to be rude, so don't take this the wrong way. And if you hate me after this, I'm sorry. But I will check out the channel. Remind me, and I will check it out. I will probably subscribe to it. But lots and lots of people want shout outs. And as a channel grows, like bigger YouTube channels, I know I'm not big, but still, you have to be somewhat careful who we shout out. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like if I say, go buy this product, and then you go buy it and you hate it, it kind of ruins my credibility. So I will shout out channels that I see that they are putting out consistent content that is relatable to what we have on my channel. If it is car stuff, if I think that you are off to a good start, I will definitely make everybody aware that go check out this channel, go check out that channel. I never really had anybody do that for me, but I will certainly do it for you guys. But I want to look. It's not. I haven't been on here for 2 years yet, but so basically, almost 2 years ago, I had like 100 subscribers, or something. I don't even know why I had subscribers, but you know, I got on YouTube and I busted my butt, 2-3 videos a week, doing collaborations after collaborations after collaborations, and spending so much money, all of this stuff, to try to build the channel into what it is now. And here we are, almost 2 years later, and almost, I think we're under 100 subscribers away from 25,000. That's a lot. 25,000 is a lot. Some people get lucky, like you know, Gavin is just a 6, or Women Driven, or some of those other channels, and they blow up very quickly. But now, so right about now, a year ago, is right where Stang Mode was. When he went to Mustang Week, he was about 25,000 subscribers, and I was only at about 5,000. And this last year for him has been very good for growth for Stang Mode. And he's been blessed with a lot of stuff that's been going up there, and I've been fighting a couple of accidents here and there, and you know, every time that happens, we don't have the car for a month or so, and it just sucks. But do what you do. You're genuine. I like small channels as well. Yes, I still watch. I watch it. If it's car related, if it's not Mustang related, it don't matter what it is. I watch all the small channels as much as I can. But there's a lot of you guys out there, so I do try to keep up as much as possible. There was another YouTuber, and just the other day, and I cannot remember his channel name. It was I subscribed to him. He had basically no subscribers. I mean, I think he might be at like 63 subs. He might be, I mean, he might be that small. I can't remember. It was like CM something _ something. I can't remember. But the guy, the first video I saw, I was like, holy crap. It just popped up on my feed, and I was watching this dude, and I was like, dude, this guy is putting a video together, and he's acting like he's been doing this for years. And it was like his first one. And I watched a few of his videos, and they're very good. You know, he's a younger guy. He's got like blonde hair, and he's like, "What's up, guy?" You know, he's just doing the fancy kid edit stuff, and it came together really well. I was very impressed. So yeah, I hit the subscribe button and I hit the notification bell. I want to see everything this guy's doing. But I could tell right away that he was putting in a lot of work, and I know YouTube it can be very simple. You can make simple videos. A lot of guys, if you don't do it a lot, it's kind of hard to understand, but it can be very time consuming. Don't get distracted by flashing pizzas. Yeah. So, one more second, guys. And then you got to be prepared too. So, that 2011, you guys haven't seen the video. It's a pretty good video, I thought. Go back. It's a couple videos back. 2011 GT500 video. We went up there to the dealership and we filmed all of it. We were there for 3 or 4 hours, or I was there for 3 or 4 hours, and I was taking, you know, the salesman Chris was with me. How do I come up with content as often as I do? That's a good question. I'll answer that in just a second. So what's up, Z-Master? What's up, brother? He missed a lot. Lots of stuff we've been talking about, but channel's pretty much gaming. I like gaming too. I mean, whenever I'm not making content or answering comments or coming up with new ideas or this, that, or whatever, I'm a Call of Duty guy. I sit there and I play Call of Duty. I am not as young and as quick as I used to be, so I get killed all the time, but it's okay. Do you just assume my gender? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Correct me. I don't really know what to say. Guy, haha, he was right. Okay, good. My bad. If I'm sorry. I'm looking at a name, like you know what I'm saying. Oh my God. I don't want to offend anybody. Jeez. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? Yeah, we went now, we filmed that video. We were there for 3 or 4 hours or so. Got home and my SD card took a crap. All of the footage, like 95% of the footage was garbage. It was gone. So I was like, man, damn it. You know, and it was the first time actually driving the car, and I was like, well, it really sucks. And so what we did was we went back, spent another 2 or 3 hours, filmed everything again, came back, edited, and then the video's got about 5,000 views right now. And to give you an idea, 5,000 views is about, it depends. With a good CPM, it's probably about 25, 30 bucks is what that video probably made, or less. So, and then you got to edit. So you're talking about 8 to 10 hours into that video for 5,000 views. That's the stuff. Not everybody can't. I get it. You make a video, not everybody's interested, stuff like that. That's just the name of the game. But if you want the lowest paying job possible, go pursue a YouTube career. It can be very rewarding. It's like selling cars. It can be very, very rewarding, or you'll be over there pulling your hair out half the time. But trans brake talk. I've never used it. I'm sure eventually we might. But honestly, we're probably just going to put a converter in a car and then just do it that way. But we'll see. We want to, what is that? Wait. Time is my enemy with content, but I just hit 100 subs. Yes. Very, very good. Excuse me. Your first 1,000 are very, very hard because you're trying to sell your channel, you're trying to sell yourself, and you're fighting against ultimately YouTube that is not pushing your content because you're not monetized yet. So the more money your videos are making because of ads, if it's people are really into it, they're watching multiple ads, so on and so forth, YouTube is going to recommend those videos more. I guess is how that whole thing works. But if you're not monetized, growing a channel can be very, very difficult because you don't get the exposure. One of the things that helped me was I was one of the first 2018 Mustang GT owners to start making content. So when the 18s were coming out, there was a lot of searching for 18 Mustang GT content, 19 Mustang GT content, and you would find, like me, you'd find Stang Mode. A bunch of our videos were up there, and that's kind of how we got some of the publicity, and then a lot of collaboration stuff, and then basically just make content until you're blue in the face. But unfortunately, a lot of you guys do have like full-time jobs. You can't really just go out there and then dedicate as much time as you'd want to. You know, me, this is what I'm doing full-time. I do YouTube the full-time. This past month or so has been very slow. I've never seen it this slow. I don't know if it's a YouTube thing or what. It also could be just that we just don't have the car. But we are still making the same amount of content, coming up with content. Ideas can be tricky because if you're a young YouTuber, don't try to build your car in the first 2 months. I did that with my blue 2018 Mustang GT. You'll go broke. Especially if you're not monetized, you ain't getting none of that money back. You know, at least if I post a video and it gets, crap views and it makes like 20 bucks, I'm like, okay, well, that's 20 bucks. It all adds up. But anyway, so just stay aggressive with it. Continue to push content, and then ultimately do it because it's enjoyable and you have fun with it. Don't do it for money. There ain't none. Do it because you like it. If you don't like it, I've seen YouTubers, and I get tagged all over Instagram by not just one, but several other small channels. Remember, I watch a lot of the small channels, and there are sometimes I'm looking at my analytics and I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? Like, how the hell is this possible? How is the channel this slow? What is happening? And is the channel dying? You start freaking out. You're like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? What do I need to do to fix it? It has its ups and downs. But you'd be surprised. I mean, it's really shocking how many times I've been tagged and stuff where people are like, bro, I've got 200 subs. Nobody's viewing my videos. The reason is because you're not monetized. The reason is because YouTube is not spreading your content like somebody who is making YouTube money. It's business. So calm down, make content, and subscribers will come. Rome was not built in a day. I feel like if you kept the blue Mustang and never got rid of it, you would have been probably a lot bigger. You had pretty much a full bolt-on Mustang before everybody. That is very true. We did have a full bolt-on. I was one of the first guys on YouTube to have a full built Mustang before pretty much everybody else, you know. And then remember, we put the order down on the 2019, the red car that I've got now, and I was on Car Guru, which I try to stay away from now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a Hellcat with low miles. It's like $49,000. It was cheaper than my custom ordered Mustang, and I bought it, made a bunch of content with it, enjoyed it, but it just I like it. But as a main car, as my main, the main thing I'm interested in is Mustangs. So I had to, you know, and then the other one got built. It got delivered to the dealership, and I was like, I saw a person. I was like, I've got to have this car, got to have it. But I did flip 3 or 4 cars within 6 months, and so my car payment is not as low as yours. I promise you that. So anyway, but that's hard lessons learned for me. Do it because it almost forces me to spend more time with the car, which allows me to enjoy it more. That's true. So yes, when you're, especially when making content, you're around cars all the time. You're around, and the cool thing also is that you're around other enthusiasts. You're around other people. And I'm going to probably make a video about this. Let me read this. Hi Xander, are you going to have a bigger truck to do your Mustang? We might in the future. I might decide to sell the Jeep. I want to pretty up the Jeep a little bit. I want the next owner to have no issues with it. So I am going to take the hit, fix a couple of things that it does need, and then I may sell it and you know, go something like a truck or something that will tow. But we bought it because it was cheap. It's $2,500, and it can tow. It just won't tow a car very well. I feel like I was talking about something. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about making a video. I don't know if I'll do it in a car or if it'll be like a motor vlog. So watch the motorcycle content too, because I've talked to a couple of veterans about this kind of stuff. Excuse me. In 2015, God, look at my hair. I came back from Afghanistan. We lost some people. We got into some stuff, and I was a mess for a while. And I still battle with this stuff every single day. And all of you guys can probably relate, those that have been over there. And it's tough to lose, you know, friends, and it's tough to be shot at. It's tough to be in a very small location where you have rockets raining down on you, C-rams going off, without the guns. We're just talking about the radar and the loudspeakers. Incoming, and then you look around and you've got like a quarter mile to go this way and you get a quarter mile to go that way. Where the fuck do you go? So it's very tough to be in that mindset of like, you know, this is it. You know, this is it. This is how it's going to be. And then it happens all the time. You know, people get hurt and you come home and then you're left with the memories. So, but I have this conversation with people all the time, and cars, it's not just about cars. It's therapeutic. So, you know, those of you guys that are out there that deal with, you know, your demons, if you will, those old thoughts, you know, all of that stuff. There's several reasons that I turn my own wrenches, but one of them is because it is therapeutic. Some people go to the gym, some people do this, they do that, whatever. I mess around with vehicles. I get to be around passionate other people that have the same passion for automotive, whatever. Doesn't matter if it's 2 wheels or if it's 4 wheels, whatever. But I get to be around with other like-minded soldiers of I don't know what I'm trying to say. Hopefully you get it. You understand what I'm trying to say, because I can't speak. You get to be around other like-minded individuals with the same passion. It is therapeutic. And taking your frustration, energy, your negative energy, and turning and creating something. Maybe you have a problem. So like a header install is a pain in the butt. It takes a lot of attention to do a header install, because it's not a hard job. It's just very time consuming, but you're always, it's painful too, because you're going to cut up your hands. You're basically going to war into that car. If you're on jack stands, if you're on a lift, it's easier, sure. Or if you have other people to help. But if it's just little old me, it takes all of my energy to focus on this thing, and I don't have to think about anything else. There's no time for it. So anyway, it is therapeutic. Washing the car, detailing it, anything you do. And the best thing is, like, being in the military is great. When I started in the National Guard, North Carolina National Guard, I deployed with the Guard in 2005, 2005-06, to Iraq. And I was there for 15 months, and I came home before I went active duty. So I came home and basically lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, is where I'm from. And you're not around other people, other soldiers and stuff like that, other brothers and sisters that you just went to. You have nobody to share those stories with. So it's very frustrating. So I went active duty pretty soon after, and it was the best thing for me. And now that I'm out of the military, it's nice to be in a community, a large community, an army of people that have that same caring passion for stuff like this. That's one of the reasons why when I see people like, I'm gonna call them out again, YOLO, get on there and start shit talking everybody. I really, really want to get in there and on his live chats and stuff like that, and just be like, fuck you, you're a fucking piece of shit, you're only thinking about yourself. Yes, you're very smart, but you honestly don't care about anybody. He has super chats coming every single, he just gets bombarded with super chat money. And the dude just skips over it like it's no big deal. I mean, people are giving fucking money to you, and you just you breeze past it like it's nothing. And then you're like, oh, I missed that one. But you don't fucking miss it. It pops up right here on this damn screen. It says fucking super chat, and it shows the dollar amount and everything and who and the message. You don't miss it. So I just have a problem with that. And it's sad. But honestly, that's the norm. It's just completely normal, which is just unfortunate. Anyway, what else can we talk about? When people give super chats, that's their hard-earned money, and that they're giving you, show them some respect. 100% honest, yes. If you guys give me money, well, YouTube takes like 40% cut from super chats. It's ridiculous. But the thing is, that's your money, and you're donating it. What's up, Alex? Glad you like the sticker. Thanks for the shout out. Steve Allman, you put that on your car? That was sick. Is that your car that you put it on, please? I'm gonna shut up until you answer that question. Is that yours? Hopefully there'll be a little delay here, guys. I just don't want to get sidetracked. This guy did something pretty significant for me, Stang Mode, and Goon Squad is also who is on this. Anyway, he showed me, I'll just continue. He showed me, yes, it's my 2018 Mustang GT. Dude, that is massive. This guy on the side of his car, it's on my Instagram, had, where is Miss Xander? She's in there. She's in the house. I actually want her to make her go live one of these days, and you guys can bombard her with questions. It'd be sweet. But this guy took his car, and he's got stickers on the side of the back window, at Xander 13, at YouTube, or Stang Mode, and then also Goon Squad, I think it was. And that's Basically, he's rolling around advertising our stuff for free. I didn't even know. He sent me the pictures. I was like, dude, that's so sweet to have somebody else's name on his car. That's pretty cool. But that's awesome. I mean, thank you so much. Alex misses my super chats. I'm over it. Yeah, it's the thing is. I mean, the thing is though, he. Thank you for your service as well. Thank you. You know, you get those super chats. There's no way that you can miss them. No way that you miss super chats. And when somebody, even if it doesn't matter if it's a penny, that's your penny. You earned it, and then you're giving it away. The very least thing that I can do is say thank you. You know, but for somebody to donate and then they just skip over it, you know, that's pretty trashy. Anyway, very smart guy though. He is a very smart individual. I don't necessarily agree with everything he says, but do it for Steph. Stephanie, are you still watching? I think she turned me off, honestly. But yeah, I should definitely put her Charger versus Mustang. That'd be a cool video. Very, very different vehicles. That Charger SRT, or no, it wasn't SRT, it was a SCAT Pack. It was pretty sweet though. Nitrous Mustang. Where is... Oh, Serpent Stang's Nitrous Mustang. I think that everything is pretty much the same with his car. He is putting his 03 Cobra back to sell. So, got to run. PT comes early. Yeah, I don't have to do that anymore. No more PT for me. I haven't done PT. I haven't done any kind of nothing like that in like, I guess 2 years, two and a half years. So, I really should, especially as I get older. But, yeah, Serpent Stangs is still planning on buying a GT500. But he's trying to fix up that 03 Cobra to sell, so that he can use that as more of a, I guess, to pay off his R. And then that way he can afford better afford, I guess, the GT500. But he sold the 03 already. He's just waiting on the GT500. Did he sell it? Oh shit, he didn't tell me. I know the thing needed a lot of work. It still needed a lot of work, a lot of that paint, stuff like that. But I didn't know that I'll have to ask him. I'll text him after this and find out if he sold it or not. If that's indeed. That'd be pretty sweet if he did. I know he was talking about it. I swear he made a video on it. I was at his house like 4 days ago. And it was still sitting there. And we were turning wrenches on it. So I don't know. She should definitely do a live chat. Yes, I think so too. But anyway, we'll see. I'm sure that she'll probably be in front of the camera and just like me and be like, I don't know what we're talking about. But no, because we've had this conversation and, you know, it's, I'm just like, look, the conversation comes up. They're going to ask questions, just respond. Just had my first GT500 talks with local dealership today. Very preliminary, but very exciting. Make sure that it's okay. I'll confirm with Serpent Stangs. Make sure that you don't pay too much markup on that thing or at all. Because I'm telling you, this year might be shocking. I'd feel so bad if somebody went there and spent like $20,000 markup on this car. And then, you know, towards the end of 2020, they're being sold for MSRP because the C8 has just crushed everybody. Because everybody's like, oh, my GT5 allegations, I want them back. I want to go buy a C8 because it's cheaper. The thing is, yes, it's going to accelerate. If the C8 did not accelerate to 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, I would honestly be really upset. Like, that's kind of a normal thing. Everybody's acting like, oh my God, it's like, you know, the best thing since sliced bread. It's like, it's a mid-engine car. It's supposed to do that. But it's still naturally aspirated mid-engine car. It's going to get crushed, you know, once it's actually going by a supercharged car. Because that supercharger is going to keep going and go out. It's like I did a little highway pulls with a ZL1. And he had headers. He had a pulley. And what else did he have? Intake, tune. And I know that he said he was making about 650 wheel, and I raced him in my Mustang. Both of us had he had the automatic as well, And from about 75 mile an hour to about 120, we were very close. He was just gradually pulling away. And about 120 mile an hour, he started to take off. But the thing is, I don't know. It's just that, yeah, the supercharger takes over, and I mean, you can't beat it. So, you know, it's an NA car versus a blowered car. But I mean, it was pretty sweet that the Mustang put up that much of a fight. But it's gonna be, especially with the weight in the car, the rear. The yeah. I have an 03, or I'm sorry, I have a 93 Mustang. I'm dropping a built 351 Windsor, and I can't wait to drop it in. I love all the content. I also love the 79 Cutlass Supreme. All I need for my Mustang is a carburetor. That seems like a pretty sweet build. 93 I would love to have like a 93. It's a Mustang, but I'd like to have an older Cobra, and just restore it, just make it really pretty again, and not really do anything other than that with it. Just make it really nice. I think it'd be a lot of fun, and Fox bodies just cost so much, but even like an old SN 95, I'd like to do. A new Edge I'd kind of like, but I'd probably I'd almost prefer an SN95 over a new Edge, just because of the age. Just in this, for the sake of just restoring it. It ain't gonna ever be fast, but just to put it back together, I think because it's be so old, I think it'd be cool. And also because they're affordable. A Fox body I can't afford. Because to find a Fox in like not terrible condition is, and I'd also want it clean, so not really modified. But yeah, I love my 95 Cobra. But I'm going to look for an 89 to 93 notchback. Do a single turbo for the track. That'd be sick. Hellhorse almost talked me into a single turbo, but we got to do twins. Twins is going to be so cool because it's Hellhorse's kit. Remember, they're triple ball bearing oilless 64cc7 comp turbos, and there's two of them, and it's his own kit. They're being custom made, and it's going to be sweet because it's not an LPF kit. It's not a sleeper kit, even though it will be a low mount kit. It's going to make a lot of power, and it's sweet because if you go, I charge you with this. Go type in 2015 Mustang twin turbo install. Not a whole lot's going to come up. At least not very any videos that are like really structured. And so as soon as we get the kit, we get everything that comes in the mail, you better believe we're going to be doing some sick, very detailed how-to videos on this stuff, and really document and showcase the whole process, because I just think that those videos aren't out there. At least I can't really find any of them that are good. You know, not like a CJ's, not like a typical Xander 13 or like a CJ's video or something like that. It's just very specific to that install without being a super vlog with a bunch of other shit. So there's an American Muscle twin turbo car. Yeah, well, Stephanie from American Muscle has one, but I don't know, did they do a installation video on that? And also, if they did, is it a low mount kit or is it a top mount kit? So a bit of a difference there. The thing also, the shitty thing is, I guess the good and the bad thing, when I get my kit, those Corsa headers on my car have to go away. They got to be sold. They got to be sold. So I have to sell them, and I'm going to sell them for cheap, for cheapy cheap. Because I had to weld up some O2 sensors. I had to relocate them, and yeah, it's whatever. Can't wait to see the twin turbos enter. Yeah, it needs to be Xander's car. He needs to race boosted 931 when it's done. Yeah, we're gonna race everybody. I'll race. It don't matter. I need seat time because we're gonna have to learn the car, and then do all of that. So it's gonna be, yeah. There's still. Eventually, we got to build the trans. Eventually, we got to do a converter. And then eventually we'll have to build the bottom end of the car, of the motor. So we'll have to build the motor, as we're talking about, like down the road. But yeah, to get the car running, it's not going to take a whole lot, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't really know. I've never messed around with twin turbo Coyotes, so this is completely new to me. All I know is it's going to be fast. Looks like a top mounted kit. Yeah. Oil pump gears will be, yes, we will be doing oil pump gears 100%. So, yeah, we're going to try to make it bomb-proof as much as possible. But every time that I talk to Jeff at Hellhorse, he's like, you're going to break shit. Be prepared. You're going to break things. And I'm like, I don't want to break nothing. The poor car's been through so much already. But you got to pay to play. I had an 03 Cobra build way back when. And we used to break stuff on that car all the time. Drag racing, so it is what it is. But we need axles, we need drive shaft, we need all that stuff. But yeah, the header is going to be sold, and yeah. But we're going to use basically a modified stock header for the turbos, and eventually, they're not out yet because they're not made yet. They don't exist yet. Eventually, he's going to come up with his own manifolds, and hopefully, I'll be the first guy to have them. In the entire world, so that would be pretty sweet, and we'll try them out. And at that point, we're going to be closer to, we need a fuel system eventually. All of this, we're going to take this car as fast as we can on 93 gas. Put butane in the tank, do whatever we need to do, MS-109 or whatever. Did I say that right? Yeah. And just try to stretch the 93 octane as long as possible, as far as possible, before we do E85. And we won't cheap out. I mean, it's going to need a BAP, or it's going to need some kind of a pump or something. We're going to do, I don't know, we're going to figure it out. There's a lot of, I wish I could talk straight. There's so many things that are on my mind right now. Eventually we'll do a fuel system. We won't cheap out. We'll do something, we'll do a good one. We'll do like a 4 fuel system, and I think those are pretty significant in cost, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We want to make, I don't know if the car is ever going to make 1,000 wheel or more, but I guess it could be cool down the road, not within the next 12 months, to have that amount of power, because I'd probably not know how to drive it. Is the turbo install a lot more difficult compared to a blower? Well, I don't know. I've never installed twins. But these are oilless. So they don't need anything. You don't have to. So with the low mounted turbo, or I guess any turbo, if they're not oilless, you got to run oil to them. So you got oil lines, you got all that other stuff. So it's more of a complex install. I think basically you got to pull the headers off. You put the modified stock header back in it. You mount up the 2 turbos underneath. You have your intercooler and you have your intercooler piping. Excuse me, but there's not really, I don't think, anything you have to run to the turbos. Yeah. What's in the Home Depot box on the top shelf? I have no idea. We were going to move. Turbos are a lot more maintenance than a supercharger. Yes, that's true. So for reliability, a supercharger is better. But, the turbo could be cool too. It's oilless, so we're going to lube them up every 3,000 miles, is what he said. And hopefully we have no issues with them, but we're not going to be dailying the car either. But we still won't have to keep it treatable, so we're going to make content. We still have to be able to drive it in inclement weather. So, yeah, because we still need to travel with the car or stuff like that. So, I missed a super chat. There we go. I'm going to say yawn. I'm going to mess up the rest. 279, thank you so much for the super chat. Super chat, good Lord, I can't speak. Nitrous Coyotes, enough said. Yeah. Serpent Stings is one of the few, I guess, on YouTube that's really making content with that. The Edenbrock Supercharger is in the box. Yeah, I'm fooling all of you. It's up there. We came this close to the Edelbrock, and then I called him and I was like, this is what I said. I was like, hey, look, let's scrap the whole Edelbrock thing. Let's do something different, because I was thinking just twins, right? You know, all just in the future though. So I was like, what if we just not do the Edelbrock? What if we do something just cheap? What if we go like do like a vortex system or something like that, and see how far we can take it, make content with it, blah blah blah, and then eventually sell it, and then go twins at that point. And Jeff was like, bro, nobody gives a shit about Vortex, not on YouTube. And Michael Mack made tons of videos with him. And then we're not going to talk about him, but as far as the system itself, I think it's a solid system. I was heavily thinking about it, and I like the way they sound. But twin turbo chargers is what it's going to be. I want the Edelbrock going to put it one of my C8. That'd be sick. Jeff, I think he wants to get a hold. Hellhorse wants to get a hold of C8 too, so he can make a twin turbo kit for it. Excuse me. But that's going to be a pretty sweet car. I have a 2019 GT, and I really want a GT500 style bumper. Do you know anything in the works? I do believe that there is a company, I think Anderson Composites possibly has one. There's another company as well I can't think of, but they have a GT500 style front bumper for the 18 and up Mustangs with the new headlights. Yeah, we need your car back for more content. It's going to be so crazy, because literally we're going to pick up the car, and we're still going to see updates on it, because we're still, you know, as they're working on it, stuff like that, we're still going to go film. But once we get the car, we're going to drive it from there, put it in my garage or somebody else's garage. We don't know where we're going to do this install yet, and immediately start taking the car apart. Take the front bumper off, taking all that stuff apart, and get ready for the installation of the turbo kit, because I want this thing to be ready by October if possible. I do not want this shit to take forever and miss all of the nice cool air that we've got coming to us this fall. And you know, I want to film, I want to race the car as much as possible, and really learn the vehicle the way it's going to be, all the new power, dyno stuff. We're going to do so much content with it. It's going to be retarded. But I want to try to maximize that as much as possible. So as soon as we get the car back, we got to get rolling hot and heavy on the build. And I don't want to drag it out for months. I want to get this thing, I want to get the damn thing done, start to finish, make tons, and rolling racing, hopefully within a couple of weeks of getting the car back. That's my plan. We'll see how, you know, how it goes. But I'm just reading through everybody's comments, making sure I'm keeping up. My father served 44 years in the Army National Guard full time. Some of that active duty Army at one time. Sweet. Thank him for his service for me, please. Another super chat. Here we go. Jan, 279. Thank you. Is that Canada? I think it is. So, LOL, sound it out. All right, let's try this. Yansine 50. Let me know if I screwed that up. I probably did. Yansine 50 is yeah, Steph is hosting the next live chat, 100%. I'm just going to be in the background and I'll wave, and then you guys have to like just bombard her with questions. How often do I come to Atlanta? Atlanta for me is like 5-6 hours, I think it is, something like that. I pass through every so often. I'm going to try to do better whenever we go places. To at least you have to follow me on Instagram, because that's mostly, you know, letting people, you know, doing like the little updates, like I'm here, I'm doing this, whatever. It goes on Instagram. It's not going on YouTube. It's just, you can't make a video about it. And then if you make a post about it, not everybody sees it. But Instagram is pretty, it's in the story. And then that's pretty much it. It's the easiest way to do it. He doesn't really pass through. I do when I drive the GA. Well, I tried to make Stephanie do her own channel, but she don't want to do car stuff. She said she doesn't like cars, and she crashed the Mustang on purpose. She said there was no semi truck. She just hated my car and she wanted it gone. We'll see how she responds. My brother was a Colonel Blackhawk pilot, but he's still an asshole. What's up? They want to see you on here. I'm about to get off and let you take over.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm about to get off and let you take over. I'm like covered in sweat and needing a shower again. It's so hot in the garage.
I'm not doing it.
I'm streaming through comments. I'm out of stuff to talk about. So, but yeah, guys. What's up? I didn't hear what you said.
That is, yes, I'm Canadian. I said, we'll go to Canada one day.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet. Yep, I'm Canadian. Yeah, that's what he said. That's pretty sweet.
Look, I need my charger.
You need your cell phone charger? Okay. Guys, I think that's it. We've been at this for what? 110 minutes? Something like that. So, yeah, the Mustang is going to be coming back. Keep you guys updated in videos and then all over social media on what's coming. And then hopefully we get the turbos here soon. We'll make content on that. And then we'll just continue to do our normal stuff throughout the week, coming up with ideas. And then, yeah, definitely go. Here's something else too. Those of you guys that are still in the chat, make sure that you have your notifications, your notification bells. You probably do turned on to make sure that you are not missing videos. And because I think that some guys are having a problem with that. So you might have to play around and just see. But remember, 2 or 3 videos a week is generally what we always have done. So if you haven't seen me for about a week, it's probably because you're not getting notified, but just remember that we're still posting content as much as possible. Although we are taking a vacation, I got a wedding to go to next weekend, I think. So that might be a light week, but other than that, it'll be fine. And then we should have the car back here soon, and we'll get rocking and rolling on this twin turbo kit, and I will be, I guess, the only real YouTuber, especially with an 1819, that's doing like that has a twin turbo kit. Everybody else has got blowered cars. 1320 Chick has a Whipple. I'm not sure what Stang Mode is doing yet. Probably VMP, but we will be twins, and we are planning to go faster than all of those guys. So thanks again for the discount code. You're very welcome. Xander7 is the BMR code. I definitely appreciate you guys if you use that. And BMR loves you and thanks you too. But there's other discounts too. Hell Horse has got so many to update the videos with. But follow my IG Steph. Okay. I was having a conversation with her. But all right, that's it. I'm gonna get off this motorcycle, go back inside, spend some time with her, and because I've literally been working on this car all day. Not really. I gave it about 3 hours and called it quits because it's hot. But you guys have a good night, and I'll see you in the next video. Well, I won't be able to see you, but you get it. All right. Bye, everybody.